Hi, Fuller class. I forgot to tell you this week that I am on mission in Honduras. So that is, if I'm a little delayed getting back to you, no, I leave tomorrow, so I'll be heading your way. We had an amazing revival yesterday in Siguatepeque, where we were able to share the gospel with close to 3,000 people. I will send you pictures. I'm here with the Anglican Bishop, Lloyd Allen, and presiding Bishop Michael Curry, and the Anglican Church. And we are here, and I got to preach a little message yesterday, and just to say something about when I travel to other countries, one thing I like to do, I'll share a bit from my presentation, but one thing I really like to do is to make sure that I have people who are from that country, wherever I am, to be a part of my presentation, to be up on stage. So throughout the day, you're just going to see a little bit of the day. I will send you a video of a bit of one of the things I did, but we also had lots of people from Honduras giving testimony. As you will see from my presentation, I brought people up who gave testimony, and it's really, really important to not just come in and do the presentation, but to have people from that country really driving the revival and driving the gospel proclamation. So I hope you'll get to see it. But the church in Honduras is absolutely thriving. The faith here is so strong and so beautiful, and they have certainly inspired me in my faith. There were lots of outpouring of prayer yesterday. Lots of people receiving Jesus, receiving prayer. It was a wonderful, wonderful day of revival. And now we're looking at bringing teams from Honduras to churches in the United States to bring the gift and the joy of their faith to the U.S. and to do revivals there. So these revivals that we're doing have three parts to them. One is, and I'm a part of doing this for the next few years, we do evangelism training and equipping and prayer. So these revivals are seen to be a catalyst to get the church moving in the area of evangelism. So the pre-revival includes a number of things. It includes evangelism training, how to tell your story, how to share the gospel story, and how to engage in spiritual conversations, praying for people, how to connect with God and His mission, looking at where God has placed you and the people who has God placed around you, having people think very practically, in a very practical way, who God has placed around them, who He would like them to share the gospel. And then we also do teaching on prayer. From that, we discern with each church, what does good news look like in your community? So not only do we train people in how to share the good news verbally, we also ask them, if Jesus walked into this place, what would He do first? Who would He care for? What are the needs? And so every parish, every diocese, we often work with Anglican Episcopal Diocese, and they work as whole diocese, and really analyzing what does the good news look like in your context. So it has ranged so wildly. We did one in Pittsburgh. They said the good news looks like racial reconciliation, the church coming together to fight against poverty and to help bring healing to people who are suffering from addiction. In Georgia, the good news looked like a big meal and just feeding everyone and reaching out to people who normally aren't at the table to eat together. In Kansas City, it looked like taking the gospel into the public marketplace. We went down in the center of the Power and Light District in Kansas City and had a huge gospel proclamation and prayed for people. In San Joaquin, California, it looked like giving immigrants voice and being able to share some of their story and going out on the streets and then having a meal and welcoming people. So these revivals have really included verbal proclamation and also some sort of demonstration of God's heart and God's compassion. Usually something around caring for the poor, and it's been amazing. So we also do training and prayer, and so before these revivals, church teams gather and pray. And then post-revival is then how to follow up with new believers. This diocese in Honduras will be offering the Alpha course. They are then going to offer a course that goes deeper in discipleship that the Anglican bishop here has written. But it looks different in every city where we're going. So this just is part of the work. I will share a bit of my message, and I hope you all are enjoying basking and thinking about the good news of Jesus. You know what is wonderful about this course is I hope it will be not only, of course, intellectual information that you're taking in, but it will be truly transformative. So I hope you've been nourished as you bask in the reality of the good news we have in Jesus, and beginning with us, that as we look at and meditate and think about this amazing good news, it starts with us, and then we continue to share this good news with the world. As someone, one of my mentors once said, what goes deepest to the heart goes widest to the world. So I'm praying for you this week. I will be getting back to you as soon as possible on your essays, and in the forum I will be in and out. So God bless you all, and hope you having a wonderful Sabbath, and look forward to diving into next week.